we can form more questions. Okay, let's say I want to know the rating of the subject content. Please rate the content of your subject on the scale from, I can give 1 to 5, I can give 1 to 7, I can give 1 to 10, whatever I want. Right. So since I have mentioned here scale and rating, Google Form has itself chosen the question type as linear scale. I can give the options, label options here, right? One being the highly unsatisfactory, and 5, if somebody choose the rank 5, then it means highly satisfactory, right? So these are the options that I can give. Okay. Then I can frame another question. In this, I'm going to use multiple choice grid, right? So what sort of question that you should frame for using multiple choice question type, let's say, kindly give feedback of your subject teacher. Right. Google has given me an option for paragraph, that is if they want to write on their own. But I want to be very precise. I want that the answer should be given in a particular way. Okay. So I have chosen here multiple choice grid. Now it is asking me rows and columns. Please remember, rows are your horizontal lines and columns are your vertical cells, right? So row 1, let's say I have in the rows I'm defining um, um, in the rows I'm defining okay, satisfaction level. Okay, so highly unsatisfactory, satisfactory, I'm going in a descending order, neutral, unsatisfactory, and highly unsatisfactory. Well, it has given me some option that duplicate options are not supported. Okay, I have mentioned here highly unsatisfactory. So I need to change this option, or maybe I need to change my previous option. So can you see here that how Google has got my mistake, that if I'm giving two options which are similar, then it will not be, be put up in the Google form. The duplicate options will not be put up. So this is how it has found out my mistake. Highly unsatisfactory. Now it is fine. So these are the rows, and in columns, let's say I want to give the subject name English. In another column I want Hindi. In another column I want mathematics. In another column I want physics. Then maybe accounting. Then maybe computer science. Okay, so I have created multiple choice grid. That is, I want that for English, the students should select either of these options, right? Highly satisfactory, unsatisfactory, neutral, whatever they want to, right? So this way I have created this. Now, the most important thing regarding the data validation in the Google Forms is that you can make the questions as required. That is, when you click on this option require, this means that the Google form will not be submitted unless or until you fill in this question or you answer this question, right? So since all the questions that I'm working on are important, are sort of mandatory in nature, so I have clicked them required, that a student has to fill in these questions. And if they missed out any question, if they missed out on filling any question, then the Google form will give them a pop-up that you had missed out on this question, kindly fill this question. As you can see, now after I have clicked on this required button, this red asterisk sign is coming here. So this red asterisk sign means that the question is required, right? So this question needs to be filled mandatorily. Okay, so now this is how I made my multiple choice grade, and now this is how you can see that how it is looking. So if somebody wants to give a rating in English, the person can choose this. In Hindi, he can choose mathematics and so on. I can also make this question as required and require a response in each row. So clicking on this, require a response in each row. That means in each row that a response is required. But what I have done here, that I have made satisfaction levels in the rows, right? So if I require response in each row, then it will be wrong, right? So let me switch off this button. Okay, next question is, let's say I want them to upload their ID proof. So I can write here ID proof, please upload. And from here I can select file upload as the option. It will ask, right? The respondent should have a Google account and the image will be uploaded from owner's Google Drive. If I click on cancel, it will not allow me to do that. So for that, I have to click on continue. After clicking on continue, it is asking me, do you want any specific files to be allowed? Yes, I want only specific files to be uploaded. So I can select, like ID proof could be in the image form. So I can select image. There could be a PDF of image. I can select PDF, right? And or a document. I can select, or I have selected these three options, that only these three specific file types should be uploaded. Next is number of files. Maximum number of files a person can upload. Obviously, you require only one ID proof. So, 1. Maximum file size. You can define here the maximum file size the person can use. So, the limit available here is up to 10 GB. But since it's an ID proof, it can be in the, shorter version. So, I have selected maximum file size as 1 MB. Okay. Now, let me ask the choice of exam date and slot and time slot, right? So I can write here available dates and available time slots to tell them to select only in between these dates and slots. So the person can mention here, right? They can choose date. So since I mentioned here date, the Google has automatically chosen date. And I can, from this option, the three buttons, I can include here a time as well. So a person has to mention, if I choose on the required option, right, date and the time. So this is the type of Google form, examination form, that I can create, right? And I can check in preview how it is looking. So name, course, you can see here the drop down list is being created. I can choose on anything, right? Year 1, 2, I can choose only one. Subjects that I wish to appear in exam, I can choose more than one. Rating I want to give, right? And feedback of your teacher for English, for mathematics, for say Hindi, for physics, for accounting. I can give whatever option I want to give, right? So in the one question, only single question, I have collected the feedback of various subjects, right? And ID proof, I can upload a file. It will ask me to upload a file, select from your device. It can browse into my device and can choose, and it can upload from my drive if the images are available over there. Then choice of exam date, right? Let's say I want to appear or give an exam on 26th May, and the time slot that I wish, I can mention here 9 a.m., right? Then I can submit. Oh, yes, it will not allow me to submit because I have missed on few required questions, right? So this is the data validation. So friends, this is all in this video. I hope the information was useful. Thank you.